What a view. I just did some photography of this. And before I begin, let me just say Happy Mother's Day to all the great mothers out there. Such an important, hugely important job. Check this out. Now, there's nothing special about this except for the fact. Now, I really shouldn't say that. I mean, it's special. But there's nothing different about it in terms of like a certain particular bunch of them. And I check these artifacts out, will you? Just check these out. I can't even, I didn't put them all in there. There's a couple real stellar pieces that I'm going to give away and what have you. But I wanted to show you this because this here, and we'll do a flyby, get a little lower on the angle, is this last week. I have a hard time wrapping my mind around that. This last week, if we were in a mini helicopter to be able to do a flyover of all this stuff and just take a little time to show you, has been unbelievable. And it's happened before, but I don't know. You know, you like to say never like this. But this last week, as you can see, has blown me away. This is the top shelf for this last week. Top shelf. My gracious. So I did some photography of it, and I said, let me just make a video for the fans out there, the people that not a fan of me necessarily at all, but a fan of this North American Indian artifacts. So let me just see if I can do a slow roundabout and just let the pieces speak for themselves for, a week. 7 days I do, and then I do a photographic setup where I can video document my top shelf stuff. It was Saturday to Saturday or Saturday to today. I didn't include today's pieces, but unbelievable stuff. Let's do a flyby and take some minutes to do that. You might remember some of these on film, but that's the fun part about getting an opportunity to do a close-up of this stuff. And I don't want to take a whole long time. You can pause it, but I do want to give some really great views of this stuff and share my mind that it's just an uncommon week, a crazy, gracious week of being able to find some artifacts at different sites here in eastern North Carolina is what you're looking at. Just great stuff. And thank you for all the comments. I can't always comment long, but when I say indeed or when I say thanks, I really mean it. Big deal that there's hearts out there that absolutely appreciate this stuff. Some Marl Mountains across the top there. Of course, stellar pieces all around. These are my top picks for the week, if you will. The stuff that might go in my box, might not. Some of it I might have to find a great different owner for, but I'm considering putting all this into my, I guess you'd call it a private collection. Unbelievable stuff, huh? I mean, where do you start? Where do you stop? Just a real banner week. I'm just giving you a slow flyby. If you were in a helicopter above the top, just being able to see this stuff is just crazy when you see it together. I don't really know what to think about it. 1 week. It's crazy to me. But just doing my due diligence, yeah, look at this huge piece in comparison to everything else. I don't find quartz that big. Look at him. And then below it, what an incredible scraper. That scraper. Holy cow. I mean to tell you, that scraper is a thing of beauty. The thing about that scraper, which is really cool setup here, is this piece and this piece were in the exact same place. Look at the flint. Sun is cranking through here. Some good notch points at the bottom. Anyway, as I said, I didn't want to go too long. Just want to give you a good show of this stuff. Look at this Guilford. But since it's Mother's Day, I'm helping out cooking, and I'm going to get going with some of that stuff. This was a great point from the Archaic. I really like that piece in Rhyolite. Great stuff, right? I mean, I'm blown away. So I'm glad I was able to get a little bit of still shots for the photographic part of it. But as I pan out here, just take a look at this stuff. And I mean, yeah, look at this. I'm sure I might have missed some. Just craziness, right? So I figured you could join the fun and the confusion of a mind just blown with thankfulness. And the North American Indian evidence here is clear. Eastern North Carolina was a place that they lived and thrived. We finished the way we started. Fantastic. Thank you for all the support, and I wanted to show you just a mind-blowing week to me. I hope you all out there find successful, abundant spots somewhere out there. You never know when you'll come across them. Thanks again for tuning in to Indian Trace. And what you're seeing, well, that's Indian Trace.